I spot cars. I am a car spotter. I stand on the side of the road and write down number plates. If it's a busy road, I don't write down the number plate. I just say, there's one, there's one, there's one. If the roads are really busy, I say, there's two, there's two, there's two. Sometimes, if the roads are really, really, really busy, I don't even say there's two. I just say, yes, yes, yes. When I was little, my parents took me on holiday to the M1. I am a car spotter, and my favourite type of jam is traffic. I like to sit in parks that have tarmac instead of grass and cars instead of trees.
Evening. It's the season for rom-coms, so this one's called Love Actually. If they hate you, excellent. We all know the start of any epic love story is two hearts full of hate. It means there's glass smashing, headboard bashing, earth-shattering passion, and that means it's love, actually. So they're throwing you shade, too busy to go on a date. They're playing aloof and want to be wooed. So book the table anyway and send a nice dress their way with an accompanying note saying, wear this when I pick you up at 8. Don't make me wait, blue makes your eyes look great. If they think it's strange, say, it doesn't matter how I got your measurements. Stop focusing on the negative, I know you're a 10. Turn up at their door and give them a thrill by showing off your calligraphy skills with handmade signs explaining your feelings. Tell them it doesn't matter how I got your address. Do you like the dress I sent? Take an accidental evening stroll and give it the old, I didn't know you worked here. Atmosphere is everything. So make sure it's raining and passionately describe everything you love about them inch by inch. Doesn't matter if they flinch and run. The thrills in the chase, so get out your inhaler because that means it's love, actually. Grandiose displays of affection got them retching. Go bigger, they love that shit even if they don't know it. Because 5 no's and a meh is a hell yeah. And you know them better than they know themselves because love, actually. Play the piano outside their flat and say you won't stop until they take you back. Or take you at all, because romance. Go to an airport, stop a wedding, who cares, just make a scene. Intensity is key. Make sure you have an audience and tell them days without gazing upon their face is torturous because you're in love, actually. Complain to everyone that they know you're the one, they just won't admit it. They just want to make you work for it, so wait 10, 20 years if you have the time, but subtly and effectively undermine everyone they get close to because they essentially owe you for being so great. Always, always punch another man. Doesn't matter if he's just standing there not looking. You need to protect your woman. Slap him with a glove. Challenge into a duel or an awkward fountain wrestle. She needs to know you'd conquer skin-covered mountains for her. And they love a bad boy, don't they? Because we've all seen 50 Shades. This way, if you're ever in court for getting caught, you can mention in your defense how cruel they were to turn you down, and you didn't mean to take it out on them, but you did things right and you were nice and they were supposed to swoon, but you need to be the man who can't be moved until she is, because if it's pain, then it must be love, actually. Oh, that escalated quickly. Yeah, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen in films. Thank you.
she must have been a teacher at the sumo school, because her pupils were absolutely fucking huge. And she must have fell from heaven, because whenever she moved, she'd end up sprawled across the floor like she'd just fallen through the roof. She believed if you held a shell suit to your ear that you could hear Merseyside, and depending on the light she could have been anywhere between 16 and 75. The city where it always rains is looking strange of late, where once the sky was full of clouds, now it's full of cranes. She wants to see the city skyline sunset drunk just one last time before the tombstone skyscrapers high rise and ruin the horizon. So she climbs to the highest point on an invisible ticket to Cornbrook tram stop platform with a bottle of throwing up liquid, a bag of something wicked and a joint between her teeth so she can sit and blow a smoky kiss to the city's quickly sinking streets. But somehow, somewhere through town, she just grinds to a halt. The smoke takes hold, and she shuts down just like C-3PO. And the poor Spice Girl looks like she doesn't move at all. The streets around her change so fast now it looks like she's stood still, and the poor Spice Girl looks like she's been paused in a picture, and now every time she blinks, the world looks different. And she'll come round in some odd future that she doesn't understand. The past she knew so distant now, it may as well have never happened. Falling over in slow motion, she may as well sleep where she lies, 'cause Teresa told me the homeless, they're mostly claustrophobic, they actually prefer to be outside. Honestly, everything's fine. Here comes your man, the provider, the supplier, and the silver-tongued speaker of lies. He rescues you from the gutter and you shuffle through the bustle looking just like two wrestlers intertwined. He's got eyes like thumb holes in dough. Eyes like a fat man's belly buttons, deep and hollow. He's got eyes like wormholes in time, struggling to see past the last 20 years of his life. He's got a face like a magic eye painting from the 90s. It's all spots and blotches that just don't make no fucking sense. Until 4 in the morning, when you're completely off your head, and he suddenly appears to be the best friend you've ever had. Dripping with sweat, wearing nothing but a vest, jogging bottoms and a facial scar, hopping on one leg and holding a stolen roller carpet underneath his arm. He was gagging for a shite as he asked me for a light and the tin foil off my chocolate bar. Man, the poor motherfucker. He must have been clucking like the boot of Bernard Matthews' car. Back to the flat with a mattress so tatty it's like a sleeping bag left in the road. But it doesn't matter if the flat feels cold when the needle feels just like home, and that broke east-facing window with its glorious view of the protruding finger of Beetham Tower that seems to scream, "Fuck you." And the Daily Mail neighbours in the flats above can't understand how something so incredibly rough could be capable of falling in love, but people in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks. Every city has a secret city hidden underneath, but it is not the gritty underground that the tourists seek. It is that other neighbourhood, the one we dare not speak of, the one that the estate agents do not want you to see. We've just made begging illegal because they'll just spend it on smack, says the man with the golden handshake who's just bought up all the land. Yeah, drugs are bad, but I can think of something even more addictive than smack: money. If you give a man a fish, that man will have fish for his tea. But if you teach a man to fish, he will wipe out the fucking species. And what's the difference between a diamond and a shard of broken glass when both will only leave you with blood all over your hands? Greed is an addiction. Addiction is a disease, yet only one of these has an addictive personality. Please. We constantly remind addicts of the damage to their health, and yet the rich don't give a shit when they hurt someone else. And we don't ignore the addicts, we offer them support, but who's watching these megalomanic psychopathic motherfuckers? No one. Yeah, drugs destroy your body and they'll hurt the ones around you, but just one fat cunt with a checkbook can destroy a fucking town. Oh look, this neighbourhood is rife with prostitutes and crime. Let's build some affordable housing that they can't afford to buy and let them die. And now cleaning up the dead people is actually someone's fucking job. But the cocaine wanker in the penthouse suite hasn't got a gambling problem, no, it's the addicts. It's the homeless families, they're all on the rob because people in crack houses shouldn't smoke rocks.